The generic geriatric cyclist. The generic geriatric cyclist rides in beautiful Harriman Park. A few years ago, I rode with the very friendly people of the Marin Velo Club. It was great company, and I saw some amazing sights just a few minutes from San Francisco. I was a bit worried because these guys were way more adept at climbing than I was. I thought I was holding them back. But, in typical laid-back California fashion, one of the riders said to me, "Don't worry, John, it's Saturday. We've got all day." After that scenic ride just across the Golden Gate from San Francisco, I wondered where I'd advise tourists coming to New York City who were looking for a place to ride. In some ways, I'd like to return the favor that was done for me. Sure, I thought, you could ride around circles in Central Park in Manhattan and in Brooklyn's Prospect Park, or ride along the Greenway on the west side of Manhattan. Those are all New York essential cycling experiences. The downside is that they can be as crowded with cyclists as the nearby streets are with drivers. Also, you could cross the George Washington Bridge and ride north along Route 9W in what might be the most traveled cycling route in the entire country. And in the shameless promotion department, I'm doing a 3-part series on the incredible cycling phenomena that is Route 9W. Then, thinking that many cyclists would prefer a leafy paradise with mostly perfectly surfaced, lightly traveled roads, the answer became obvious: Harriman State Park. First, we have to find a parking place. I don't think we'll have a much of a problem with that. Oh, and there's a bathroom, too. So let's go for a ride. Seven Lakes Drive, which is like the spine of the park's road, was repaved just a few years ago, and the surface is very smooth. The scenery is beautiful, and the traffic is surprisingly light. On the ride I'm showing you here, I saw a car on an average about once every mile. It's hard to believe that you're just a short drive from the country's largest city. And as a plus for people like me who don't use GPS, it's almost impossible to get lost. But there must be a downside to this cycling paradise, right? Well, it's a bit hilly. Far from mountainous, but hilly. If you're a better cyclist than I am, and it's most likely you are, my bug is your feature. You can get a good workout here. I did 25 miles today, and it seemed a whole lot harder and with a lot more than the 1,100 feet of elevation gain that Strava recorded. It must be due to today's high humidity, because it couldn't possibly be that I'm a fat old man. But if you really want hills, the roads that branch out from Seven Lakes Drive can give you all the hills you could want, unless, that is, you're training for a race in the Alps. In that case, New York State has the Adirondacks. You're probably watching this video and thinking, hills? Where are the hills? You're not showing me any hills. The reality is that I only turn my camera on when I'm going downhill. Otherwise, I'd make you seasick with all the rocking back and forth. Believe me, there are plenty of hills on the road connecting to Seven Lakes Drive. I just didn't go looking for them today. Local bike clubs use this area for hilly workouts. But if you're not looking for hills, just stick to Seven Lakes Drive and you should be okay. If you think that riding in this kind of environment so close to New York City is too good to be true, hold on, I'm not finished yet. You can get there by train in under an hour. You can take a direct train from Hoboken, New Jersey to Sloatsburg. The ride is just under an hour. First, take the PATH train from Manhattan to Hoboken. You can also get a train at Penn Station and change at Secaucus Junction for the train to Sloatsburg. When you get to the Sloatsburg stop, the road I filmed in today's video is only about a half-mile away. As they say, you can't miss it. And by the way, there are loads of shops in New York City that rent road bikes. Good luck and enjoy the ride. If you do this ride, please let me know what you think about it in the comments section below. Come to New York. The real thing is even better than Zwift.